Sorry, I'm coming in kind of late. I tried to get something to work, but it didn't end up working, so maybe next time. I hope everyone's doing well today. I'm kind of really giant on the screen. I'm trying to like make sure everything is set up properly. I didn't have too much time to get ready. What is this? Star-Spangled Banner cape. 4th of July sunglasses. Let me fix my position. Face accessories slot exclusive. Style tab. Style tab! That's wonderful. I'm like really uncomfortable because there's like this thing on my back. So that's so wonderful. I'm gonna use a style tab right now. Oh. Star-Spangled cape, okay. Does this let you fly, I wonder? No way! That's awesome. Hold on. How do you fly with this again? Can you fly with this one, or is it just... No, you can't fly. It would be soar, right? It should say soar. Hello, Ronnie! And thank you so much for the hydrate. That is a lot of hydrates, actually. Well, a regular hydrate and then a grim hydrate. So let me get some water. I have like all these sensors on my face. And I feel crazy. Yeah, today was kind of wild, I won't lie. I can't even find my water. Okay, I found it. That tastes awesome. Thank you so much. But it's nice to have a style tab again. What should I have? Oh, and let me do the stretch. I hope everyone is, well, I have like hiccups suddenly. I hope everyone is doing well. Oh, and let me see how this looks. Sunglasses. It looks goofy, but I like it. Okay. Oh, it's cute. This outfit's ridiculous though. I am not feeling this outfit. And I actually don't know anything about making a good looking, I mean not good looking, good like stat Sequel figure, so if anybody knows, like, please let me know. For now, I'm going to continue with G25. With the front of his shirt open, okay, no. Everyone was saying you dropped by to visit in Belfast. Why didn't you hang around a little longer? Let me put on my headphones again. I realized there's no sound playing. Hello, Marky Mark, and it's been 4 months. Yes, I got a new model. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Hopefully everything's set up right. Let me know if you guys can hear me and like what's going on exactly. So why didn't you hang around a little longer? I hauled my butt as fast as I could, but when I finally got there, I found out you left even without leaving a note. That's some cold shoulder right there. Give it a rest, Merlin. You're seeing each other right now. Anyway, we wanted to tell you that the monsters from the ravine attacked 2 more times since you were last in Belfast. Not to worry though, we took care of things. None of the townspeople were hurt, and we pulled through without any major injuries too. Well, that goes without saying. You should have seen Starlet totally demolishing the Arad with a wild smack from her lyre. She has a lyre? I never even seen that. And thank you also for the sub. So it depends on what your current ones are, but for the top tier, you need to use 5 potions of stats you don't want. So for music buffs, you would want stamina. Okay. Then lets you use the unstable potions, which have a fail chance, but can do almost double stats. Interesting. 5 potions of stats you don't want. So for music buff. Okay. I'm gonna try to think about that. Well, that goes... Marky Mark is a streamer, too. I'll shout you out if we get some more people in. Well, that... Okay. Ahem. Anyway, the reason we sent for you has to do with those creepy portals on the ground. I was traveling far and wide in hopes of learning whatever I could about them. I figured I'd stop by and ask the master a few questions, and it turns out these aren't just in Belfast, they're everywhere. I figured the expeditionary force will be soon move again, so I sent word first to Merlin, and after discussing it with him, to the royal castle as well. I made a promise to your queen after defeating that dragon, remember? I told them if something strange happened again, I wouldn't hesitate to lend a hand. Then I got tired of waiting for them to reach out, so I decided to make the first move. Our working theory is that all somehow connected with the ravine at the edge of Belfast. But if that were truly the case, it's odd that this abnormality is appearing in so many other places. We're certain that the Order are the ones behind this, so we've been conducting an investigation under this assumption. After listening to Merlin and Starlet report, you tell them about the rift that opened in the middle of the banquet at the royal castle. What? So those black robe goons are at it again, and so soon? I mean, of course they are. Who else would it be? But, wait a second. You're telling me that you actually managed to get rid of it? This rift, as you've been calling it. We tried to do the same, of course, but we found it impossible. There were even times when the portals we discovered would vanish before we could even attempt anything. That's about the long and short of it. I may be the greatest mage of all time, but that... Oh, shoot. Have I not been face recording? Ah! Okay, this is interesting. So... Hold on. So looking at it for an example, Luna can give intelligence, stamina, crit damage, magic, and a move speed. You use stable int and stable stamina potions for 1 to 5 uses, and then last 3 attempts are praying 3 unstable magic attack potions work. Oh, wow. That's kind of complicated. I mean, I get it. It makes sense. But, like, this was definitely very different than last year's event. Hello, guard dog lock! Unstable magic is the best magic. Nice to see you in my chat. It's kind of complicated. I won't lie. I kind of don't want to do it, but at the same time I do want to do it, and I understand that logically you should. Merlin seems shaken by the many unknown surroundings that rifts exist, unconsciously tugging at his earlobe as he thinks, then stamping his foot down in frustration. So you and your companions were able to fully destroy the rift. Merlin said that it was absolutely crucial to be cautious in dealing with them. So I did. Though what you're telling me, it sounds like there was a big variable in play here. Is that this pontiff knows something about what makes these portals tick that I don't. You said that she's the pontiff of the Order of Limerick, right? Then maybe using the power of one of the three gods is what makes it possible. I have to ask about that next time we meet. But wait a minute. If you do, then... I assume you're planning to keep hunting these things down and destroying them, right? If so, you're going to need to be really careful when you're traversing the rifts. Yeah, I just happened to be going through Twitch to finish setting up for a Pokemon stream today. Wow! And was like, finally! Well, thank you so much. I didn't even know you knew I was a streamer. Okay, it might seem simple in practice, but instantaneous interdimensional travel is an extremely complex process that functions based on a whole host of complicated rules. To put it plainly, it's not something an ordinary human should be able to do. He has the right of it, my young friend. Even at a conservative estimate, the power required would be equal to the flow of energy between the two moons that power the moon gates and the mana tunnels. In other words, one would require the assistance of a deity to create these things like these rifts. The problem is those black robe goons have planted these things all over, and the one in Belvast seems to be growing too. It just seems getting bigger and bigger. And oh, I still need to tell you what happened right before you left here. You got here. I was excited to see you that I almost slipped my mind. I almost to leave a lurk. Oh, it's okay. Thank you so much for coming anyway and lurking. It always supports. It always helps. And show up on my creator dashboard, there's a segment like your community, and it was like Rebecca is a streamer too. Oh, they told you for me. Oh, that's so interesting. You know, I see that sometimes, and I just didn't really like it. Didn't process to me. I was excited to see that it almost slipped my mind. Merlin, you'd forget your head if it wasn't screwed on tight. Let me explain it to you. You know, they brought something funny. I think my whole family is kind of goofy. Like, I realized that yesterday when... because I'm in other streams, too. So, I was telling one of my streamer friends, like, something that happened to me, and they're like, you're such a muffin. And I was like, what? RJ3G! Let me try to do the dance. Oh, yeah. We're doing it. We're doing it. I feel like I could do a little bit better. I feel like my body is not really working right. It's only like my neck right now. Which is fine. I do go live in a bit. I'll leave a lurk for you too. Oh, thank you. I'll do the same. Starlet gently chides Merlin with a smile before directing her attention to you. I need to get back at reading properly again. Thank you so much for the stretch and for the hydrate. I kind of did a little dance, but you guys didn't see. Thank you so much for the hydrate. It was very tasty. And thank you. You as well. Speak with Starlet to hear the details. After I talk to young Tarlock. Master, Merlin, Starlet, and Rebecca. You guys sure are working a lot. When are you going to play with me? Right now. Just kidding. Like I mentioned, we've been keeping watch over Belvast. The rest of the gang is probably on patrol right now. That Admiral sure is clingy, though. I mean, we would have helped him anyway, but I won't say no to a free house. Hunter and Jay are investigating around the ravine as well. Since the monsters came from there, Jay thought it would be prudent to check out the area and the other side. I tagged along myself once. I know, maybe not the wisest idea, but I've been worried about Hunter recently. We've been poking around the other side of the portal Merlin conjured a while back, when Hunter found something. He just pocketed it without a word. He didn't say anything about it to us. Skull, it's so lovely to see you. From what little I saw, it looked like a book was with a black cover, that I could tell there was something about it that really sent Hunter on the edge. Sure, he acts like nothing is wrong, but he can't fool me. That idiot. I've been worried about him ever since he collapsed. At least I don't think he's having those weird dreams anymore, but what could he be searching for so desperately? For now, I asked Aaron to keep a close eye on him. I don't know what it is, but something about the way he's acting just sets me on edge. I also had a little talk with the culinary artist in private. We can't have him mixing any more weird drinks for Hunter. What? What is she implying? Get this. When I asked him about what he found at the altar, he had the gall to pretend not to hear me. That two-bit liar. When I finally got him to show it to me, I barely had a chance to look at it before he snatched it away again. Hunter had the fiercest look on his face when that happened. It surprised me. You're telling me. I could have cut the tension with a knife. Heck, I was too scared to try swiping a page from under his nose. Almost. You what? Merlin proudly produces a frayed piece of paper and waves it in the air. Come on. There's no way he would have just let me have it, so I thought it'd be better to just do a little private research myself. Ah, it's fine. I only copied the last page. He never suspected a thing. Well, I wasn't technically copying, but there's no need to explain all the little details here. Anyway, I transferred everything I could sense from that suspicious little book. That swindler was so distracted he didn't even notice. Merlin, you should still feel bad that you went behind Hunter's back like that. I want you to tell him and apologize as soon as he gets back, okay? Why? Starlet, that's dangerous. Merlin did a good thing taking that book. Ugh, fine. But we still need to know why he's been acting all weird lately. After all, I've sworn to protect my companions, and it's hard to protect someone from something you don't know. Anyway, I got my suspicions from those black-robed goons left that book behind on purpose. I called you here because I thought it would help you to take a look. Merlin looks uncharacteristically serious as he hands you the worn sheet of paper. I know, it may look ragged, but you shouldn't have a problem using it. I made it myself, you see. The only flaw, if you can call it that, is the memories contained in it aren't fully, intertwined, but, you don't mind that, do you? It took a lot of effort to keep its energy secret from Hunter. And there's one more thing I want to ask. Merlin suddenly lowers his voice, now looking directly at you. Let me make sure my model's looking directly at you guys. I'm gonna get closer too. There's a mention of you in there, so I thought you ought to know before anything happens. Here, give me your hand and listen to what I'm about to tell you, okay? Smile and nod. Ask if this will strain him. Smile and nod. You don't know what Merlin has in mind, but knowing him, it would probably be okay. You nod calmly and extend your hand without much hesitation. Good, good. This should only take a second. It just needs to be heard by whoever is involved in the oath. Merlin grins confidently before grasping your hand tightly, closing his eyes and clearing his breath. His throat. In the name of Merlin, this I swear. When he opens his blue eyes again, you see him gleaming with an indescribable shimmer that wasn't there before. I, Merlin, receiver of the blessings of Palala and Ewaka, of the rain and the earth, bearing the fate of the keeper of promises, do hereby swear an oath to protect her, no matter the circumstance. Okay, that's interesting. No sooner do the words leave his lips than a cool tingling sensation spreads from his hands to yours before vanishing. so let it be done. There we go. All finished. I asked you here to give you that last piece of paper, and so I could do that for you. If I had known he was gonna do that, I probably would have just answered if this will strain you. I didn't expect him to make such a oath. It's kind of complicated. It reminds me of the scene in D and Angel, if you've ever seen it, where like Daisuke's dad gives him a ring, and then basically he goes the whole story with this ring that's like supposed to help him in all of his fights, and then it's really working. Like he's getting in less trouble, and then like the magic is protecting him, and then like 20 episodes later you find out that the ring was the dad had a match of it, and then it basically every time that Daisuke got hurt, his dad also like he took some of that pain, a majority of it actually. So he was like severely injured by like 20 episodes later. So I don't know, I don't like people doing that. I mean, it's sweet, and it just, I don't know, I don't want people to get hurt because of me. Especially like Daisuke didn't know. Merlin, now back to his original mischievous self, runs his fingers through his hair and grins as if nothing just happened. You'll be fine. Merlin talked it through with the rest of us before deciding to do that. The pacts you make with Merlin are pretty special. It's not that big of a deal. I should have just done it for you way sooner. But you know how hard it is to get the timing right for this sort of thing, yeah? The fact that it took so long doesn't mean I don't care about you, though. At least I hope you know how much we care about you. The aces are sweet. Like, I can't stop. How's it going? It's going good. Let me actually hide this so I can give you a proper dance. I need to just fix some settings on my device. So I'm going to dance for you properly. I need to just fix some of the settings in the tracking. Oh, no, not this. I draw. Okay, that should work. Nope. I still have all these settings up. There it is. Wait, no. There it is. Let me do a dance now. Oh yeah, we're doing it. I don't know why I take so much enjoyment from this little dance. But I'm doing fantastic. How are you, RJ Freegee? Merlin, we should be getting back. I don't want another rift to appear while we're away. Also, I'm still worried about Hunter. I feel a little better if I were there with him. Right. I think she and I were just about to finish up anyway. I know these creepy rifts are starting to pop up everywhere, so just so you know, that you can leave the Belvast to us. At the very least, we can keep any emergency under control for as long as it takes until you get there. Anyway, we're off. Don't forget to take a look-see at what I gave you. Got it? Until we meet again. Let's see what else I can dig up while we're apart. So long, Master, and you too, kiddo. Merlin beams as enthusiastically waves goodbye to everyone. It would be a good idea to closely examine the worn, frayed piece of paper Merlin gave you. I look wild. But I don't actually hate it. It's kind of weird, but okay in the same way. Whoa. There's something odd surrounding you that wasn't there for a moment ago. It's weird because his music was way louder than the rest of the music. Examine the object Merlin gave you. Holding up the piece of paper Merlin gave you, you at last take a closer look at it. You feel as though if you increase the intensity of your focus, you might be able to read the memories woven in on it. Focus your mind. Oh, geez. Why was that music so loud? Hold on. Oh. Okay, that's wild. As you concentrate your focus on the paper that you received from Merlin, you feel the memories sealed within it spread through your mind. Although the persevered memories aren't in the clearest condition, you can still make out what's happening. You see what appears to be a giant altar within the Troy ravine, and standing before the altar you see a familiar figure. Dihbil. RJ Breezy. How are you, RJ Breezy? That Tiguan, how dare a treacherous worm like him try to ruin the Great One's grand design, and on top of that, he helped that boy escape. Why even try when you know all your efforts will amount to naught? Still, I'm glad we were able to recover such valuable research. Without this, we might not have been able to create the rifts. Fonda and Morphe will take the lead once more. Fondla. No, I must be colder, more dispassionate. I will not lose my composure, even with the goal at last within reach. I've done well so far. Even if I were a little rushed, I won't let them ruin this. Not after everything I've accomplished. There are only two things left to do now. Confirm and to prepare. She's wearing like Fondla's outfit now. Hey, Orbital! Hello! Nice to see you again. See you on the other side. How are you? If it comes down to it, mine can be used as replacements. Yes, I just need to keep pressing onward. And stay calm and see this through to the end. Still, I don't want to leave Fonda's belongings out in the open like this. The woman hesitates for a moment before the altar, then shakes her head with a determined look, sets something atop of it. She then turns abruptly from the altar and walks away. What do you know about Fonda? Nothing. To be shown such undeserved love and still misunderstand so grossly. I just need the blood to flow through that body. Yes, and then the Great One promised we'd be able to see each other again. Did you strike your own cursed bargain? A cold voice ringed with thorns shatters the surrounding silence. She made a deal to see Fonda again by sacrificing Hunter, I can only assume. What's happening? Yeah, how's Mabby treating you? I'm doing wonderful. You're actually farther than I am in the generations. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm almost done, actually. Kind of, in a way. Oh, they don't let me. Oh, if it isn't vain, what brings you all the way here? I see you've received the power to make those useless illusions. There's nothing that escapes your eyes, is there? Even I must admit, I find it rather unsettling. The Great One granted me so much and more for my vow to serve until the final night. I recall something Fonda told me before, that once in a great while, it's possible to strike a bargain based on the promise or vow to accomplish certain things that have not yet come to be. This I know, perhaps better than anyone, but the Great One does not grant power lightly. In your case especially, I'm sure the price to be paid was heavy indeed, and inevitably you will be crushed beneath its weight. Yeah, for sure. Because if you're going to sacrifice Hunter, the one that Fonla was trying to protect this entire time, do you think that when they meet again, she's going to be happy about it? No, she's going to be upset. Preparing another PC so I can stream Mabby. Gonna try to make combat guides to make tech easy for everyone. Wow, that's so cool. I would 100% watch. It'll take a few months, I see. Am I following you? User actions. Follow. Yeah, keep me updated. Because I'm horrible. I'm horrible with the donuts. Like, they're just so bad. What kind of PC are you thinking of? I actually had to build a PC. Well, I didn't build it myself, but my friend did. and inevitably you'll be crushed beneath. Okay, I already read that. I know that, but even so, there's someone I have to see, who I must see. I don't care if it's only once. I just want to see that smile, to hear the voice calling my name. I never knew how painful it would be to not have someone by your side. I never wanted to be constantly attended by that awful feeling, that gnawing emptiness. I just want one more moment. Yes, just a moment more. For that, I would give anything. I would give everything. Even should you expend body and soul to bring about the night, you will receive exactly what was promised. Nothing less, nothing more. It doesn't matter. I've already given up everything I have. I'll just adjust to the new powers I've been granted soon enough. Even if that Malaysian tries to interfere, I'll not be brought down so easily. It seems our new Inquisitor will have to be a little more shrewd. Simply wearing her guise will not impart you the power to become her. One has but to look at your gaze to see the rage seething within. Who of sound mind would ever entrust their subordinates to you? Ah, but speak of the devil. Perhaps it's only natural for a loyal hound would best sense the presence of their master. Bruh. What's happening? I normally just stream also, but I figured I should teach mechanics in this game. Nice, nice. I'll pop in whenever I can. I didn't realize you both would be here. Seth, you said you needed confirmation, dear Hebel. An experimental rift has been connected to a suitable location using the method you outlined. It shouldn't be long now. Are the materials ready? I've laid a new trap, so they'll be delivering themselves to us soon enough. You needn't worry. There isn't much more to do on my end. I'm surprised to see two of you getting along so amicably. Why? We're both loyal servants following the will of the Great One. Have you ever considered that it might be you who's the odd one here? RJ! Okay, stretch. Oh, hold on, okay, let me check. Stretch, hydrate. Okay, so I have 3 hydrates and 1 stretch. Okay, I started with the stretch. Does anyone else's back like crack when you do like stretching? Like not even like strenuous stretches, just like regular ones? Is that normal? Me. Thank you so much for the hydrates. Peru! Hello! Yeah, if you've been sitting in the same position for long. Oops! I guess you guys can tell what I'm doing when I'm not working. It won't be long before Malaysian and the Expeditionary Force catch on to me. But by the time they do, it will already be too late for them. Even so, let's make sure not to leave any traces behind. I don't believe there will be any problems, but one can never be too careful. Lala always warned me not to underestimate the Malaysian. So be it. I'll settle the issue when the time comes. That was a long pause. Quite the stink eye you're giving me. Quite the stink eye you're giving me. Is there something you want to say? Or are you just upset that you can't interfere with a final night like you did the others? Oh, nothing so petty. I was just wondering what? I was wondering if you would be fools. Or that Malaysian, who stand against me in the end. Your hour may not even come, Vane. When the final night falls, the Malaysian's fate will be sealed. Forget it. I've lost count of how many times we've retread the same argument. I couldn't agree more. I'm going to inspect the rift on the other end. If you're really that bored, I won't object to you tagging along. Even the duty-bound general, as usual. Still, I'm glad to see things are progressing more smoothly than expected. If Funlo was here, I'm sure she'd compliment me on the job well done. Vane, soon, will, to, more than enough, should, now. The memories contained within the paper begin to distort, fading until they become indistinct. It seems like it will be difficult to glean any further details. What are those three in the Order of the Black Moon planning? Gonna lurky turkey for about an hour until I go live. Go live? RJ3G, you stream? How come you never told me? Light! Hello! Those sequel figures are not forgiving. Okay, I'm gonna follow you and I'll give you a lurk whenever you go live. Those sequel figures are not forgiving. That's... Yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I got a lot of oh, what was that sound? Who did it? What happened? Confetti? Huh. Did someone subscribe? Huh? Thank you for the follow. I'm still... I don't even know what commands I set up, if I'm being honest. But thank you so much for the follow or the sub. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but thank you so much. Take a guess how many I've destroyed with failed attempts at trying to get an unstable to work. Oh, oh no. I'm gonna say 20 times. Is it possible to fail that much? I like the star pillow. It makes me so happy. Talk to Piran! What? Near the druid's house in Titan? Where's Piran? Why is he here? 34. Jeez Louise. That is brutal. We have some news to share, so we came quickly as we could. I would have paid Birch to... I would have paid Birch a visit if we had just the time to spare, but the expeditionary force business comes first. I can always pay him a visit once this is all over. Another rift has been sighted near Imimaka. The others already are on their way there, so Enya and I came to get you. Huh? Did something happen? You don't look so good. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but... Actually, allow me to take a closer look. Enya leans in and studies his face, with her eyes filled with concern. Let me try to see if I can lean in. Oh, jeez. No, I can't lean in. It's not really possible. Wait, hold on. You've seen the memories of another, haven't you? There's a foreign scent hanging over you. Its traces still lingers in your body. Whenever it was, I can only assume it wasn't especially pleasant. Could you tell us what you saw? But Light, do you actually have a figure now? One that's working? I know there isn't much I can do to help, but at the very least, I'll be glad to listen to whatever it is you have to say. That is, if you think it'll help you feel better. You can hear Enya and Piran's sincere concern in their voices, and see it in their faces. You decide to tell them about the memory you saw on the torn page Merlin gave you. You clearly remember Piran mentioning there was someone who helped him escape the Order of the Black Moon. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna tell Piran that. And you're certain the name was Tiguan. Just as you heard in the memory, you struggle to convey all of this neutrally as possible as you watch Piran's reaction. What did you say just now? Wait a second. How do you know Tiguan's name? Piran? Are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. Quietly panicking, Enya keeps glancing back and forth between you and Piran. My sister? Did what? To Tiguan? No way! Durabel doesn't have that kind of power. Hold on, I need to screenshot that because that was confirmed. My theory. I need to like send it to myself because it's gonna sound weird. I do have like an entire folder of like Mabby quotes and then like dialogues, especially with like Piran, Linden, Vivi, Melwyn, Blanid, you know, all of my favorite characters, and when they say something goofy, because Altum. So I have like all of their information saved. so I just wanted to keep that. Oh no, a pact? You see a color drain from Piran's face after hearing your story, and you notice trembling in his legs as he struggles to stay on his feet. Ask if he's okay. Wait for him to calm down. I'm gonna ask if he's okay. You aren't sure if you should continue with your story. You pause to ask Piran if he's okay. I'm fine. This is something I need to know. Please don't mind me. Just keep going. It'll be okay, probably. Anya's expression bespeaks an outpouring of compassion as she approaches Piran and places a hand on his shoulder to comfort him. There. I wish there was more I could do for you. No. That's okay. But thank you. Nervous laughter. I'm the queen of nervous laughter. Are you nervous laughing yourself? Despite the tears rolling down his cheeks, his trembling begins to subside and he looks visibly calmer. You continue describing the rest of what you saw in the memory. Shakespeare, it's okay. It's being hysterical. Slaps him. No, I love Piran. Don't hurt him. I love him. His trembling begins to subside and he looks visibly calmer. You continue describing the rest of what you saw in his memory. I feel so bad. If this were me, I would not be telling Piran anything. He has enough on his plate. That strikes me as more than a little odd. From what you described, the Order of the Black Moon's position doesn't seem at all advantageous. For them to push so recklessly in spite of that, there must be some reason behind their steadfast assurance. That's the only sensible explanation for their behavior. What's more, they seem to have finally convinced of their atrocious acts are the immutable will of Heinrich. Could it be that Limerick pities them? I'm so sad because I love Piran so much. He's so cute, so sweet. And then he was out the very first round of the husband test. Not the test, the poll. Because Mabby did a Valentine poll for all the husbands and wives in Mabby. And then Piran was eliminated first round. And then I think Lyndon also lost first round. Yeah, Lyndon and Piran, my favorite characters. They just lost immediately. Very first round. And then Alpin made it kind of far. Like, all things considered, Alpin made it pretty far. So he was, and then Laurier, he also got eliminated pretty early. So I was so upset because all my favorites got eliminated pretty quickly. It seems pretty clear now that Tiguan used whatever it was he'd hidden away, then it was somehow improved upon to bring about the events of that night. I have a feeling those tests were rigged, honestly. I saw a case of when one member had a very large lead and then suddenly the next day the number just magically increased by 2%. I mean 2 times. What tests? I don't know. Oh, the husband test. Really? Because I was so distraught because when I started voting, Piran was actually winning in his first round. And then I had convinced all my friends, even those who didn't play Mabby. I was like, vote for Piran. And he still lost. I was so upset. I do stream, but I'm still fairly new, so I'm still learning the ropes. Okay. Of all things, why did it have to be a pact? Anything but that. I'll relay the news to the rest of the expeditionary force. For now, we should head back to the rendezvous with them. The main character's timing is actually very bad here. Why tell Piran when they're about to meet everyone else? Why not when he has time to like process and think about it? Who was the character that you think was rigged? Because I just didn't notice. I just noticed that my poor boys got eliminated the very first round. I was so distraught. I didn't even bother voting every other round. They should have some grasp of the situation in Imemaka right now. I also sent word to Val's through Balter, so they might be able to bring a quicker end to this. We can't allow any more people to suffer because of the Order of the Black Moon and their actions. Now, Piran, we can spare some time for you to gather your thoughts. Just breathe deeply and focus on the work ahead of us. Yes, I just need a moment. I feel so bad. I don't like seeing him crying. It really bothers me. The one that won. You know what? I'm actually kind of mad. The one who won was a navigator from Philia to Cobb. No, from Philia to Bangor. And I was not feeling him. Like, who? I was so upset. And because Lyndon is also a navigator. So I was just sitting there so upset. Like, why not Lyndon? Lyndon's better looking. I'm just so upset. Why did Lyndon lose to the navigator? You know, I was about to pull up a picture and talk about this, but I don't think we need to. I think you guys already know I'm upset about it. I'm the only one left to mourn him now. I'll pull myself together before we head to Ememaka, but right now Piran dabs the tears with his eyes with his sleeve. You notice even the skin around his eyes appears to be red from rubbing. Give him some time to work through his grief, then head to Ememaka. Even if it's just Jehabil, somehow I'll... He continues to weep softly. However, in bearing you see the young man crushed but not beaten, the will to endure still burning with him. You give Piran the quiet comfort he needs and allow him space to grapple with his feelings. Dang, this. I'm distraught. You got any tips of being affiliate? I honestly do not know. I got here really shockingly quick. I'm not gonna lie. The community, at least in Mabby, is just so sweet. I would really recommend self-promoting, like, wherever you can. Like, I have this in Mabby. I'm a VTuber, so I'm on VTuber websites and things. I'm sure there's things for flesh tubers, too. I want to dress like Piran. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna give him my quiet, like, my support. In the only way I can. Fashionogi. And now that I have the style tab back, we can actually do some things. I have to go buy a new PC and get Mabby and just run around screaming my Twitch. Exactly. Do that. This is so cute. Not what I was gonna wear, though. We don't need the star pillow. We need Piran's shoes. I actually have the Piran wig, but I don't like how it looks on me, so I'm not gonna wear it. And the good thing about Vivi and Piran is that I think their eyes actually look pretty good. So I just need to change the color. Ooh, no, wrong one. I really don't like this. The animation doesn't match him. It just triggers me. And I'm gonna do the animation that I saw, but I think Llewellyn's matches more, but I have a feeling it's gonna be very expensive. Ta-da! We look so cute! Okay, focus. What was I even doing? But yeah, like, I know Captain has a self-promote channel, so, like, in his Discord. When I get a Discord, I'll have the self-promote thing, too. Oh, also, if you're playing like any games that have the opportunity to use TTV, use it. Like, do it. Talk to Bater and Ememaka. There's absolutely nothing anybody can do to make me walk in this game. Like, I just refuse to walk. I will always teleport as closely as I can. I want Piran to follow me. Look at my Pirans! They make me happy. Why am I like bumping into stuff? Like, what's going on here? Okay. This area is supposedly connected to somewhere in Val's, right? That must be how they got such a blast of cold weather here. The area around his eyes still looks a little puffy, but if his level tone and resolute expression are anything to go by, Piran seems to be doing much better. The moonstone is still here. I got mighty curious when I heard that the rift was sending the icy comet of Val's overseas. Are you really shivering over a little draft? This is nothing compared to what we dealt with in Belvast. Says the guy in like full fur and then like really warm clothing. My guy. Of course it wouldn't bother you. You're raised in Phyllis, where it's cold all the time. I heard this region was supposed to be warm and temperate year-round. Muriel is right. Achoo! The climate of Ememaka is normally warm and sunny, blessed with gentle breezes. Enya chimes in, her arms wrapped around herself to hold in any stray warmth. You see, she has a reason to be cold. She's wearing practically nothing. And for anyone with weaker constitutions or anyone who's sensitive to the cold, this is probably a lot to handle, especially so suddenly. She glances over at Piran, watching with her worried gaze as the youth shakes like a leaf in the wind. Looking over their surroundings, she addresses the group in a calm, clear voice. Just after receiving word from Andras that the rift had opened in Emaka, I sent Piran and Enya to fetch you while the rest of us went here directly. But by the time we arrived, the rift had already vanished, most likely popping up somewhere else. According to the royal captain here, several ice worm-like monsters have been sighted nearby. Thankfully, the paladins quickly took control of the situation. So everything is quiet for now, at least until the rift appears. Enya eyes knocked out paladin initiates sprawled across the ground all over town. Oh, I didn't even notice them. I'm glad the town is safe. I would suggest that we help treat these people first. Good idea. Some of them may be even seen the rift appear and will be able to give us a clearer picture of what happened. It doesn't look like any of them are seriously injured, though I'd say the bigger problem right now would be exposed to such extreme cold. My sister Sheena will get like that when it got cold too. Oh no! Why Piran? Because that would not have been his biological sister. So now he's thinking about it. Prince's face pales as he realizes his slip and clasps his hand over his mouth. At any rate, we should start looking for ways to help warm everyone up. Oh, that's a good idea. How about something nice and hot to hang onto? That should at least help alleviate the cold. In any other situations, we could hand out modified type of holy flame, but due to the particulars of our mission, I'm expending all my energy just to keep the great holy flame kindled. It's not the best substitute, but what do you think about using the fire elementals as a source of heat? Huh. I'm surprised you know about this trick, Enya. I remember back in my mercenary days, we used to use them as makeshift heaters. They give off a long-lasting heat, and their ease of portability makes them especially convenient for traveling. Is that so? I probably wouldn't need something like that, but I bet that would do the trick for all these humans. They're often favored by wandering mercenaries or improvised vagabonds who can't afford warm clothes or just don't want to lug around more clothing than they have to. Who taught you the old firemental trick, Anya? Oh, well, I've heard many stories of travels from followers of Limerick during confession. And as their pontiff, it's my duty to listen to their words and pray that they might find their way. Ah, that makes sense. Plenty of traveling merchants and caravanners are probably followers of Limerick, and they go to the pontiff's court at least a couple of times a year, while they're in the city. Well, yes, that's certainly true. In fact, now that you have me think about it, I believe I first heard one of it from mercenaries passing through Tara. Yeah, I heard about how humans unload all of their problems on their gods during confession. Seems a little nutty to me, but whatever floats their boats. I heard about that too. I can't. That line is just so goofy. I heard about that too. I can see how it would be comforting to openly and honestly confide in someone. Not to mention, doing that would help you gather your own thoughts and in the process reflect on them. Yeah, Ronnie, I think if you need, help growing more, Ronnie would be able to help. Ronnie's amazing. Anyway, getting back to the point, the humans aren't getting any warmer just from our talking. Let's start by looking fire elementals to distribute to soldiers in training. It looks like this cliff is going to stick around for a while, so about 10 ought to keep them well stocked? Sorry. While doing that, I think I'll pay a visit to the healer's house. I'd like to check and see if there's anything else they might need. Okay, let's spread out and start looking. While we're at it, we can ask the soldiers if they'd be willing to share their accounts of what happened. Everyone seems cheerful as they break down their plans, as though Calamadry itself is a bastion against the cold. Camaraderie! I'm sorry, I was like, calamity? What does that have anything? Camaraderie itself is a bastion against the cold. You should gather and deliver fire elementals to help lift the tired spirits of the exhausted soldiers nearby. Yeah, I can do that quickly. I'm pretty sure I have some with, Steve? Maybe Nancy. No, Rayquaza. It's Rayquaza. Fire elementals? Yes. Hooray! Can't stop shivering. Shivers up and down my spine. Does anyone know that song? Okay. Oh, have you already gathered everything we need? Let's see what you got here. Oh, we need 10, not 5. Sorry, I'm tripping. What you need most right now are 10 fire elementals. I know it might seem like a tall order, but the people need the warmth they'll provide, including all the ones you showed me. You have 5. There's no telling when the rift might appear again. We need to hurry to help the paladin to training before then. Gather the materials and speak with her again. Come back, Rayquaza. Ah, jeez. Shivers up and down. You know what I was thinking about the other day? Because that song reminds me of Dance Dance Mario Mix. If any of you have played that. That was such a fun game. It was like baby's first DDR. And there was one song I really like in there, but the lyrics made no sense. And at the time, I kind of knew that, but I still listened to it anyway. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, let's see how much these things cost. $20,000. That's not bad at all. I need 2 more. So I'll just buy the 1 and 1. Right? No, I need to buy 3 more. That could have been bad. So I'll just buy this one. which has 5. It's a little overpriced, but oh, what are all this? I don't remember buying this. Oh, actually, now I do. Now I remember it because I saw these things and I was like, oh, these are cute. Like, look, I remember this hat. Look, it's a little guy. It's a little skeleton, like a scarecrow. He's so cute. And I bought this hair. Oh, because I wanted to do the costume contest. Yeah, I had so many ideas of characters I wanted to cosplay, but I couldn't find everything that I needed for one outfit, so I just gave up on it. And then this halo. This halo is so cute, by the way. Can you not see it? I love this halo. Because as you mentioned, like I mentioned before, like I love like the holy look, and this halo looks so holy. Like I know it's like Saturn's ring, but it looks so like very pretty. All the fish. Have you already gathered everything we need? Let's see what you got here. Excellent. That's exactly what we need. I know it couldn't have been easy to round up all of this on short notice, so thank you. I'm going to distribute these to those who need them. It shouldn't take long, so please wait. A relieved smile spreads across her face. After taking you haul in hand, she approaches the nearby paladin initiates. Having distributed all the fire elementals, Mirla seems more at ease as she returns to her original location. Well done, miss. But you should take a break right now, especially after being out in the cold so long. You want to make sure you've well rested when that rift shows up again. Begging your pardon, everyone, but I have a hunch. Call it a gut feeling. Clearing her voice softly, Muriel makes sure that she has everyone's attention before continuing on. I think he and I should head back to our respective homelands. Huh? Just out of the blue like that? Tell us more about this hunch you have, Muriel. I'm curious as well. Did you figure out something about the new rift? Not exactly. I can't say anything for certain, but at the moment, but there's something I'd like to check. I was thinking about the rift that appeared in my town, and what it might have in common with all the rifts that appeared in Olda. As long as these rifts operate on some underlying principle, there would naturally have to be some sort of indistinctive feature or pattern, right? At first, I thought of all the rifts as portals that link two places, but ever since we arrived in this town, I'm starting considering a different explanation. Different? How? He probably hasn't noticed, but doesn't it feel like this cold has gotten worse? Even in just the time we've been here? Huh? Now that you mention it, it actually does feel a bit colder. Piran hesitantly agrees, and you notice the tips of his fingers are red from the cold. I've been wondering why I seem to be shivering more than ever. Rather than just growing accustomed to the cold, it seems like it wasn't just my imagination at work. When we first arrived, it was cold, of course. But otherwise, I felt fine. But now that I'm comparing them with now, it feels like the cold has become a morning here in Phyllis. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's as if the climate of Imemaka has somewhere exchanged for the climate of Val's. Okay, sure. But if we got Val's weather here, then what's going on in Val's? Are you saying that the climates of the two places somehow got swapped? I mean, how is that even possible? I think we have to consider the possibility that these dark rifts aren't just simple two-way tunnels. They might have a link somewhere else. That's the reason I think he and I should return to our own towns. We need to be sure of the truth. Whenever this truth turns out to be, the problems that everyone comes with us, who will deal with the risk here? Just so she and I need to unmake the risk at its source. We can't risk it reaping here while we're far away. That means the expeditionary force will have to split up for a while. I'll go ahead and notify Her Majesty and the other chiefs about this change in plans. Just in case, while you're in Val's, could you check to see if the rift here vanishes completely and doesn't just pop up somewhere else? Huh? Sure, that seems simple enough. But why? I just want to see if we're dealing with a rift on our side will destroy the other side too. That's a good idea too. I suppose that settles it. Butcher and I will be heading back to Iria right away. I'm actually a little nervous at how fast this is all moving. Everyone, I know that we're just splitting up for now, but take care of yourselves, okay? I'll explain everything to the king once I get there. I'm sure the giants have been keeping close watch over things over there, so you don't need to fret about us. I'll pray for your safe travels. May Limerick guide your way. Muriel and Butcher nod quickly, turn and head out. I thought perhaps the rift could be used to travel between two places, but if they can be used to do something as major as swap an entire local client. Whoa. The pie. Godly Devil the First. Hello. And thank you so much for the follow. Yes, thank you. That's like my stream alert. Someone took the research from took the research that Tiguan hid away and actually expanded on it. I can hardly believe it. They made this idea preposterous. This idea, what? They made an idea this preposterous a reality. Whoever did it was probably... Ah, it's back. That cursed hole in the ground is back. It's getting colder by the minute. Where on earth is immolation? Whoever that was, there's someone nearby, and they're right, too. The temperature has dropped even lower than before. Is this someone from the Royal Guard? It seems like the rift is back. So soon? Now's our chance. If we let it disappear again, he'll lose his best chance to confirm what will happen in Vals if we're successful here. Come on. Whatever it is now, it can't be fair. Can't be far. Sorry. We have a lot of injured soldiers on our hands here, but I'll do what I can to keep the city safe. Don't worry about me. Just try not to take too long. She gives you a reassuring nod, and you give her a resolute nod back. Enya seems to have steeled her courage. Focus on her duty as you both race towards the sound of city soldiers' cries. My English is horrible. I'm sorry, you guys. Get up! Just kidding. We need to stop that rift before it's too late. If we don't... No, I don't even want to think about what would happen if we fail. Shivers up and down my spine. Enter the rift. Like before, I'm going to open a path for you to find the nexus of the rift. Oh, and you'll probably want to take this. I'm glad I thought to enkindle it as we made our way here. And, as always, be careful. Don't allow yourself to succumb. Her pale green eyes gaze at you with marked concern. Taking the great holy flame from her, you turn and leap into the rift without hesitation. She's got her own little glyph over here. Can I take Little Piran with me? Just as you've been accustomed to the biting winds whipping around you, you notice your feet gently sinking into the ground beneath you. It feels wet and cold, like a snow-covered field. Just then, you realize that you can't hear Enya's voice anymore. It looks like it will take some time to locate you in the rift. You decide to stay in place to make it easier for her to find you, but... Phew! Hiding this thing and setting the trap is a perfect spot seemed like a tall order, but it was a piece of cake. You hear a friendly voice, one which you're well acquainted, drifting to you from nearby. Heh, this ought to work. Right? I can always bury the real one later. We're supposedly dealing with someone who's not to be underestimated, sure. But But little does whoever it know that they're matching wits with a great and cunning Merlin, who's about to razzle-dazzle this place in the best fake jackpot of all time. You hear Merlin hum to himself while burying something in the snowy field. You go and disappear for so long only to come back when you need a favor. What am I, your errand boy? Even as he gripes and complains, you can still see that Merlin's diligently working to hide whatever it is he has. Fine, whatever. I'm sure you got a good reason, whatever it is. Ha! That's that then. Or is it? Since it's supposed to be a trap, maybe it'd be more effective if I set it up in other places too. Question is, where would be good? Ah. Okay, yeah, that should do it. I'll do such a swell job, they'll be thanking me for long after this is all over. After casting a glance over his surroundings, Merlin spots a suitable location and strides towards it, grinning all the while. Let's see. Shall we go a little further? Well, I wonder if that crook is okay. Oh, this looks perfect. These traps are kinda generic as they are now. They need a certain level of pizzazz to sell them misdirection. I'll set them up so they summon some baddies to fight off. Geez, this sort of thing is way more in the wheelhouse of that crook and his gorilla. I had her stick around just in case, but now I wonder if the two of them are getting along. I mean, he can be a little finicky. Merlin frowns as he ruminates over something, but his nimble hands never cease in their deft movements over the ground. Whatever. I'm sure Erin knows what she's doing. Besides, there's no point in worrying about it now. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyway, that should wrap things up here. Let's see if there's anywhere else nearby that might be good. Who talks to themselves this much? Like, to this level. Like, entire monologues and conversations. Like, I understand talking to yourself a little bit. I do that too. But, like, this much? And, like, it's a whole plan. Like, you're detailing your whole plan out loud. Trying to sell my shuriken for $7 million at the auction house takes a long time. What kind of shuriken? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Why not hide one out somewhere a little further out? Let's see how well they can really sniff things out. I'm not even sure, like, if people do ninja that much, honestly. Merlin dusts off his hands and starts quickly walking to a different location. Alright, let's run. Hey! Phew! I can never say no to him. Are you talking birched? Like, who are you referring to? Pah, what a pain. Being on my own like this makes me feel like some toady without anything better to do than run around doing menial tasks. It's so boring not having anyone else to bounce things off of. Maybe I should have brought the culinary artist with me. We even could have paid his hometown a visit, since it's on the way and all. Come on, I'm the greatest mage of all time. I should totally be above this kind of grunt work. Merlin lets out an exacerbated sigh and trudges along while under his breath. Why'd they have to ask me? And why now? Why can't you do it yourself? And why are you planning that needs so much preparation anyway? He stops grumbling for a moment, his piercing blue eyes staring at the ground above whatever he just buried. I need 7 ruptured black metals and 6 infernal blade fragments, but all I get offered is my shuri. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Do you do the text often? Because you should be able to get the ruptured blades from like Fef, right? Like Fefiata and Kraken? I don't know, I think I have a few, but I forgot. Yeah, I did too. Anyway, I'm gonna say we're all done here. Now for the important time. Time to hide the real one. Okay, let's take a look. Ah, yeah, this spot should do nicely. Man, even with everything I'm doing for you, you won't even show your face? Unbelievable. The least you can do is give me a heads up on what's going on. Who is he talking to? I'm so confused. If he's like talking so much to himself, why not just reveal the name of the person? Like, you already mentioned Treasure Hunter, culinary artist, the gorilla referring to Pinky. Like, he gave almost everybody's name away already. Aaron, mentioned by name. What a hopeless stick in the mud. Already feeling outwit next to Merlin rises to his feet and is on the move once more. You catch a glimpse of the object he's holding, and though you can't be sure, it seems oddly familiar. Let's hide the real thing now, shall we? That's the ticket. I'll hide the real one right here. Still, the thing's pretty incredible. I can scarcely believe it just happened in front of me like that. It's a good thing that Swindler ain't here to get an eyeful of this. He'd be flipping his lid for sure. I mean, it's not every day you come across a relic of this caliber. You stare intently at the object Merlin is burying. Without a doubt, that's the relic you found in Valves to stop the plague. So it was Merlin who originally hid the relic here. And that wraps it up. Ugh, my back. I got so caught up in making this stuff hidden so well, I completely lost track of time. But well, you never know. They could still end up finding it somehow. I don't know for sure, but this doodad looks super important. Is it really okay to just bury it in a snowfield like a dog hiding a bone? Of course it's not Merlin. Huh? Another figure has appeared, barely at the edge of what the memory shows you. Sensing their presence, Merlin spins around to face them. From that moment, the traces of the memory playing out before you begin to flicker and fade. No matter how much you focus, you still strain to hear the voice, as though the sound has lost its way in empty air. The impression you have upon seeing him in the hard edge of the temporal blade, or his resolute stoicism of a marble burst, an intimidating presence heightened by the folded white wings upon his back. What? To meet his gaze is to plumb the unfathomable depths of time and memory touched by a hint of anguish? I'm confused. The only folded white wings person I know is Piran. And it's not even on his back, it's on his chest. Who is this? I don't even know. Who is this? I don't even know. Talvish! Oh! I'm confused. I confused myself. But there's no need for worry. I will inevitably land in the hands of those who need it most. I need to be, I shall see it to myself. Really? You're gonna be like that? The first time we've seen each other in ages and all you got to offer me are more riddles and cryptic phrases? Why is he so like this? Like, I've played oh, never mind. Never mind. Tell me how you've been, or, I mean, what I'm getting at is, where did you bugger off to all this time? What the heck's even going on? You can't just pop up out of nowhere and be like, hey Merlin, time to do this really important thing for me, but I'm not gonna tell you how it's important. What if I had ulterior motive? Do you? Beneath the tempered voice, you can hear a hint of laughter. No, of course not, but... but still, what if? There were no others I could ask, and you felt like you were someone in whom I could place my trust. I actually have these wings, so it's like... now I'm thinking about it. I didn't even know that Talvish was like this, because I didn't play Generation 21, which is the only time I can assume Talvish transforms into someone else. Merlin, I'm sure you've begun to sense it as well. The world is headed toward a time of great turmoil. Strife so profound it cannot be ignored. Yeah, so it's already begun, huh? I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but there's something else about the flow that's been bothering me. So, what have you been up to? What have you been doing all this time? Can't you at least tell me what's going on? What's got you so concerned? Well, As the conversation between the two turns more serious, their voices begin to fade away, as though you're hearing them from a greater and greater distance. A sudden tremor ripples through your surroundings, rattling everything around you. Merlin, if anyone can see it, you can. It's being done, as it is not yet. So this is going to appear, not now, but someday, right? Jeez, this ain't gonna be easy. It's not like this whenever I'm barely twisting the gaps to get a look. The cleanup later is going to be a huge headache, but I can already tell. Wait, hang on. Don't tell me. She's the one who will do it? When? How? I'm not sure yet. Right. Guess it won't do much to keep talking about it now. You know? Not counting your chickens before they're hatched and all. But you do have something in mind, don't you? Why else would you call me here? Need you to look after... I can't... Not yet. Sure, I can do that. In fact, I was already thinking about it. The sound of Merlin's confident tone is lost in the muffled haze. As you struggle to focus on the increasingly blurred scene before you, your gaze drifts to where Talvish is standing, but for a fraction of a second, you can feel that your eyes met. Just as a throbbing pain shoots through your side of your head. Dang. There's a lot going on. Are you okay? Can you hear my voice? It looks like you've already located the rift nexus. I'm sorry it took me so long to find you this time. My delay was nearly... could have been... Honestly, I don't know. I don't like the effects this repeated dives into void space are having on you. It's like they're getting worse and worse. We should wrap things quickly and get you out of there. I'm sorry. I wish I had more than words to offer you. The throbbing pain slowly subsides as Enya's voice gradually becomes more distinct. You too are plenty concerned that this inexplicable pain seems to grow more pronounced each time you traverse these rifts. Firstly, concentrate on using the Great Holy Flame on the rift's nexus. I was so confused about the angle for a second. This music is nice. Scraping together all the strength in you, you manage to approach the nexus and brandish the Great Holy Flame. You lock the Holy Flame down into the innermost part of the rift and are gripped by the sense of dread as its cleansing warmth fades from your fingertips. Uh-oh, what's happening? Well done. I've confirmed that the rift has vanished. It won't be much longer now. You're going to be okay. Wasting no time, Enya begins to chant, quietly but quickly. You feel a weightlessness come over you, and dizziness begin to muddle your senses. You let your eyes close as your mind drifts to thoughts of walking into the sunlight again. That is deep. But I guess do you want to try to help me make a sequel figure, you guys? I know it's like a random, but we don't have too much time. Achoo! Achoo! The air here is freezing. Cause it's kind of complicated. I should sell all this fish. And yes, I sell it like a psychopath. I don't just throw it away. No, I talked to the wrong girl. No, I wanted to talk to Firan. Enya takes your hand in hers, her tone imploring you for the honest truth. I just hope you're not in danger. I don't know what you've seen in there. I realize that you don't trust me fully as you do the others. But if there's anything that's troubling you, anything that weighs on your heart, I want you to know that you can always talk to me about it. I may have mentioned it before, but listening to the stories others have to tell is my only real talent. So tell me a few of your stories sometimes, okay? Are you ill? What happened while you were in the rift? At some point it stopped snowing out here, and not long before you came back, the icy weather started to warm up. When I saw that, I knew you must have been successful in your efforts. Still, hearing what Enya said only feeds my growing concern about your health. If you use magnifying glass to search the name of the fish while you're having the shop open, you can alt and click the top fish multiple, sell all the fish in your inventory quickly. Thank you, demon! Or orbital. Like, oh, that's really helpful actually. Because I'm the psychopath that actually hoards them all. Magnifying glass to search the name of the fish while having the store open. You can alt and C click. Alt click the top of the fish. I heard it while lurking, just playing some League. Nice. Who do you main? Because I'm really liking Gwen. I know that's like basic, but I like Gwen. When I saw that, I knew that I had to be... Oh, okay. The prisms stare at you. Yeah, I didn't worry, but much like a dream, it rapidly dissipates upon waking. Harder to remember the details from your experience within the rift, the more muddled they become. Say there's no problem. Say it's just a headache. I'm gonna say it's a headache. Teasing out the intertwined memories has never been an easy task. It's obvious that your mind is still reeling from the sudden flood of information. I certainly can't claim to have experienced anything like that before. Just trying to imagine it based on your accounts. It seems incredibly hard to bear. Speaking personally, there are times when I have enough difficulty managing my own feelings. ADC and JH. Jungler. Brit Muffin! Hello! Nice to see you! Oh my gosh, my face. Stop! Stop! Okay. My model just couldn't blink for a second. Hi, Muffin. That's not your name, but that's what I think of when I see you. Brit Muff. Muff. It seems incredibly hard to bear. Speaking personally, there are times when I have enough difficulty managing my own feelings. It's short for Muffin, TBH. I mean, it's not like the frequent occurrence. I just have less sterling moments, as we probably all do. Goodness, is that really the most vogue amongst the members of the Expeditionary Force to keep their feelings bottled up inside? Huh? I don't even know. Nothing good comes of that. You all need to learn how to communicate what you're feeling, so... I agree. Like, for goodness, everybody hides their feelings from each other, and it just creates everybody feeling, like, upset. Not like angry, but, like, hurt. Enya breaks abruptly, her gaze drawn toward the back of the pub. Huh? What is it, Enya? Oh, nothing serious. It's just, I was thinking. Once this is all over, it would be nice if we could all enjoy a meal together over at the Bean Brewer. I mean, it's not like I've ever been here, but I've heard it so much about what a lively and entertaining place it is. But it's not like I have any real friends I could go with. Oh, I guess that given your day-to-day duties, you probably don't get to go out, Enya. What about that scary-looking old man? Or Gordon? Wouldn't they be willing to go with you? Can you imagine the three of us simply showing up to the Bean Brewer one day? I can scarcely fathom the scandal it would cause in the churches amongst Olda. Oh, you make a good point. It's a shame, though. I understand where you're coming from. There have been times Her Majesty has tried to pressure me into visiting famous dessert shops with her in disguise. Of course, it goes without saying that I veto the idea every single time. There's no way I could allow her to expose herself to such risk. That's exactly like what Gordon always tells me. Aw. You got a nice face. Aw, thank you. Your face is adorable. Yourself. Oh, different looking avatar today. Yes, thank you for noticing. I changed the look. And I changed the tracking too, so it should be a little bit more accurate. Yes. But thank you so much for coming in, Krypton. That's... Well, anyways, since I'm disguised, Oh! Follow! Thank you so much for the follow. I don't actually know who it was, but thank you. Confetti! Wow! It's me! Thank you so much, Muff. I'm gonna stretch really quick. Thank you so much for the stretch. Well, anyway, since I'm disguised, the most people have no idea what I look like anyway. I'd love to just enjoy some leisure time with the Expeditionary Force before we all have to return to our normal lives. Yes! Let's give Enya a normal life! For even a moment. That way, even as time goes on, if life feels tough or I'm simply frustrated, I have a happy memory I can look back on and remember. I feel the same way. I hope we can all enjoy some time together. After all of this is over. Oh, I wonder if Butler has arrived in Vals by now. If he hasn't, he will soon. I suppose we should send word to the royal castle and wait for any news of the appearance of another rift. For the time being, I'd advise against acting alone. Piran, you're coming with me. We'll make a direct report at the castle regarding what happened in Imeimaka. Oh, okay. In any case, I think we should pay another visit to the healer's house and see if they need any help. I've already stopped her a few times. They're so swamped I can't help but feel concerned. Besides, I'd like to take an opportunity to have a look around the town as well. It's been ages since I've been back here, actually. I believe that counts for everyone, then. We'll reconvene when Piran and I return. She nods farewell and heads toward the town square with Piran in tow. Just now, near the Bean Rua. Hold on a moment. Anya draws closer to you, then whispers in your ear. Let me zoom in, you guys know. Oops, too close. I have the feeling we're being watched. My eyesight has never been especially strong, so I've grown to be better at noticing scents, feeling the presence of others, taking stock of where someone's attention is directed, things of that sort. I didn't sense any hostility, so I tried to put it in the back of my mind. And yet, it would bring me a peace of mind if you could look into it while I visit the healer's house. In fact, I got the impression they might have been watching you, and have a feeling persists even now. Even as Enya moves away from you, her gentle fragrance lingers in the air. Someone's watching your conversation? You hadn't noticed it, but it couldn't hurt to investigate near the Bean Rua, and you decided to take a look for yourself. It's definitely the Divine Knights. I'm gonna go with Catherine. Because we had that whole thing, but this is right where the Divine Knights are normally anyway. Doesn't even look like a Divine Knight from here. Who are you? Oh! It is the Divine Knights. I just don't remember them. Die and Iris. Like these people, I just don't know, if I'm being honest. Llewellyn. His is the animation that I want. Strange boy. That's definitely Llewellyn. Why is he strange? Why is he called Strange Boy here? What? Oh. Oh, okay, so they're not the ones I'm supposed to be talking to, it's him. Why is he called Strange Boy? He's definitely Llewellyn, right? Although the design is unfamiliar. Huh? Why are we pretending that Llewellyn is someone we don't know? I'm so bothered by that, actually. I've heard a lot about you. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Hold on, I need to look up a picture of Llewellyn. Oh, I'm still so zoomed in. Oh. What gen are you on right now? So I'm on 26 or something? 25. 25, I'm sorry, there's no 26. Wait, am I on the wrong mission? Am I talking to the entirely wrong person? Maybe I'm doing whatever they want in G21. Shades of Ash? Oh! This isn't... I talked to the wrong guy. I've heard a lot about you. Looking forward to meeting you. I summoned you here because it was something I wanted to discuss. Oh! I'm gonna just say not... Not that I can recall. I would have expected him to contact you at once. I really hope I didn't underestimate you. You look puzzled. Surely you know who I'm talking about. Altum, right? Obviously. You think I'm talking about Altum? How delightful. He would be tickled. Can you believe it? She was thinking about me, he'd say. He probably wouldn't shut up about you for days. Anyway, I digress. I summoned you here because of this. Do you recognize it? And lowers his voice. Well, I'm sure you recall the Elder, don't you? I did the entirely wrong story, so This is completely off. I kind of want to skip it, but at the same time, I don't. Oh! Okay, let's just walk away from him. Was I really supposed to talk to die? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I was supposed to be doing 225. I actually very purposely didn't do Divine Knights so that I could keep my scroll. Because Apocalypse is more important to me because it's Piran's story. Even though I love Autumn. It's not about Autumn right now. But it's almost time for the end of stream. Do you guys want to help me make... You guys want to help me make a sequel figure? I'm thinking I want the music buff one. Jeez Louise. I need to find somebody who has... Oh! Partner. How your day? It's been wonderful. Actually, that's kind of wrong. It was kind of rough this morning at work. But coming here, my day is now wonderful. So Orbital said, use the magnifying glass. Search for the name of fish while having the shop open, and you can click Alt-click to the top multiple fish. Okay, hold on. I didn't know this was a thing. Is it selling? It's selling, you guys! Over here. No, over here. Yes! This is nice. I didn't know this was a thing. I've been individually selling things my whole life. Like, literally, my whole life. My entire Mabby life. It's actually kind of shocking that I think about it because I've been playing this game for so long and I didn't even know this feature was a thing. In fact, I don't even think when I started searching was a thing. That's new, right? Like, relatively. When was search introduced? Because I remember thinking like, wow, we really needed a search button. This is awesome. You got fish in your inventory. Yes, I have a ton of fish. Search the name of the fish so you don't accidentally sell stuff. Oh, too late. Okay, so wish me luck. I don't actually know how to make these sequel figures. So which one is the music buff one? Does it actually matter? Oh, no, so I don't have a choice. I just have to summon one. Okay, so I got Daisy. Place a Daisy on your homestead for a small boost to your stats. This item effect with regulars but not other sequel figures. The stats... this item's... blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I have to look at the beginning of stream to see what Ronnie said about it. 5 potions of stats you don't want. Nah, I don't need it. Thank you, though. I don't fish that much. And I have a lot of inventory space as it is. So I have to use 5 of... Does it matter? Like, am I limited? I'm not, right? Like, I can use any of these stats that I want. That lets you use unstable potions which have a chance to fail but can double the stats. So... you'd use a stable intelligence and stable stamina for 1 to 5 uses, then last 3 attempts, you're praying 3 unstable magic pots work. Okay. So we want to use the 5 stable ones that we don't care about. And then 3 of the unstable ones that we want. Oh. The level of garbage you get from these chests is just unreal. Like, I would prefer less of these gift boxes and more meaningful prizes in the boxes. Control clicking the box will opens it quickly. You guys are teaching me stuff. This is wild. Has this always been a thing too? What is this? Broken heart bag? I feel ridiculous that I don't know some of this stuff. Like, for real. Has this always been a thing? Does it say that on the box? It doesn't say that on the box. How did you figure that out? It works for the doll bags and stuff. I knew about the doll bags. Because the doll bags say it, right? Oh, no, it doesn't. Wait, that's weird. Then how did I know that about the doll bags? Right click to open it. How though? How did you guys know? How would they know? They're gonna know. Sorry for shouting, I'm just excited to see you. Hi, Luminasi! That is wild. I shouldn't be as impressed as I am, if I'm being honest. Okay. Now we're in business. So now I can use the sequel figure, right? And then I have to use 4. I have to use 4 of the... It's 5 of the ones I don't want. And then... Actually, wait, hold on. Yes! I'm doing amazing. And yes, I changed my model. She's slightly different now. I'm going to change her in the future again after I get a new outfit. Because I don't want to keep wearing Pusheen. Because, you know, Pusheen is a copyrighted character. It would be cool if they sponsored me, though. How's your day? Don't know, Rebecca. What do you mean, don't know? It goes alright. How have you been? I've been doing fantastic. I'm sorry if I got a little lost in the sauce. I don't know if everybody's talking to me or each other. So Ronnie said 5 stable that I want. 5 stable. My brain is so scattered I can't really remember. So I'm gonna write it. 5 I don't want. And what is it? And 3 I do want. Yes, this is actually my 16th version of the same exact model. But like to try to get all the features working right, and like right now I have like the 52 iPhone blend shapes that I didn't have before. Okay. 5 I don't want and 3 I do. And the options are dexterity, HP, damage, music. I want music, personally. Wait, I'm confused. Why don't I just do 2? Why don't I just do 2 music? Can someone tell me why, actually? Hydrate and stretch. I'm kind of ridiculous. I don't know. Hmm. If you have no music buff, 2 music is fine, but 3 to 4 is better. Thank you, Midden. I still don't really get it, but I'm gonna just listen to you guys. So I'm just gonna do 3 of the ones I don't want. Stable. Okay. So stable, 5 I don't want. Stable. Stable. So why did nothing pop up? Huh? Does it not stay stable? Okay, it's boost. But like here it says that the max is only 2 anyway. Ooh, movement speed would be so nice. I want movement speed. Is it 1 to 1? Okay, so there's so many options. Music buff and movement speed are the ones I want. I don't really care about the other ones. Okay, music buff. We're just gonna do music buff. That's what I wanted before. Oh, a chance. Okay, okay. Oh, that's gross then. Wait, so you're saying that it can fail? And then I can fail all 8 times and get 0? That's horrible. Why? That's awful. Okay. No, what? Okay. Thank goodness. I'm so confused. Okay, so I want music buff. So I'm gonna put music buff over there. I don't care about strength. Okay, I don't care about strength, so I'm gonna use that. And then I don't care about strength. I just put it over there. I don't care about stamina. Okay, so Ronnie said to use 5 I don't want and 3 I do. So I'm gonna just use stamina. No adequate item exists. What? I guess I have to go to my homestead and put it down. Use normal pots for strength and stuff. Okay. Midden. I'm gonna put it... I don't know, I'm called to the summer corner over here. Check the figure you want to use. I only have Daisy. He's cute. Don't put it down! Did I mess up? Can I undo it? Midden! Chicken! Don't put it down! Check! I did! I checked it! I checked it! See? I checked it! That just looks like a bunch of numbers to me. I don't know what that does. You want me to read it out to you? Dexterity, 0 out of 6, plus 0. HP, 0 out of 8, 0. Max damage, 0 out of 3, plus 0. Music buff, 0. I don't know. It didn't let me use the potion. See? No adequate item exists. What am I supposed to do with it? I'll figure it out later off stream then. I'm gonna figure out who to raid to. There's a bunch of Dead by Daylight people. Wow, Deep Rock Galactic. Easy. No one is on. Wait, hold on. No, no one's on. Is Ronnie still here? I'll go ahead and raid out to this person. I know they're not streaming Mabby, but no one is really playing Mabby right now. Oh, Guard was in here earlier. Jesus. I hope that this person is named. She stopped reading chat. Honestly, I don't feel good about myself right now. Yeah, so I kind of don't want to read chat. I feel sad. Yes. I actually never rated this person. I hope it goes well. I thank you so much for coming, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm a little stressed right now. Thank you so much for coming in, everyone. Midden, Peru, Orbital, Luminasi, Ronnie was here. Muff. Godly Double the First. I don't know how to abbreviate that. First? RJ Freegi, Light. Midden, Guard Dog. Not Midden. What it? Yes, Midden. It reminded me of Kitten. Ronnie, Marky Mark. Oh, Marky Mark. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night or morning.